Hmm. So I've been a bit busy. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to a Hartfield Railway video. Today it's an update video. See what I've been doing. I've been doing quite a lot of stuff on the railway recently. If you haven't noticed behind me, there's been some dramatic changes to this layout. With a whole new extension and all new wonderful stuff being added. It's been an eventful couple of weeks. It's mainly due to me having some time to actually sit down and get some stuff done. So today's video is going to be really simple. I'm going to show you what I've done, give you a few updates, and show you around what I'll be doing in the next few weeks, hopefully. So without further ado, let's crack on and I'll show you what I've done so far. So for those who may have just seen in the introduction section there, I've extended the station. Yes. Now before, the station only had this platform where this carriage is currently sitting, which it shouldn't really be on there at all, and this middle platform down here. However, there was no platform, sorry, for the line here. So I built this as well. It took a little bit longer than I expected, would you believe it? But if you look over here, you can see that it's actually a bit of wood attached on the front and held underneath. The wood was kindly donated to us by a friend of ours who gave us a load of extra wood. Hence the wood stacked up over there near the meerkats. And I used it to extend the railway forward, and it also gives it more stability and allowed me to put in this platform. That little bench just fallen over. Give me a minute, I'll just stand that up. There we go. Of course, because I extended the front of the railway, I had to redo some of the track layout here. There was a problem round about here where this boiler wagon is and this train, where the trains would actually impact coming into the station. So what I had to do is I had to alter this flexi track. This used to be really out far and quite a wide. I've had to alter this, cutting it down slightly, making it a bit of a better gradient, not as sharp, and then it also avoids this. I've also extended this middle platform. It used to want to come up to about here. If you remember right from the other videos, the running video, you'd only see it to here. So I've rebuilt this entire middle platform, as well as installed the subway there, across on this platform, and there is one under there as well, if you can make that out on the camera. And then obviously then I have built the walls on the side of the platform here as a little bit of a barrier. You may also have noticed I've changed the room around a little bit. The table used to be in front of the old fireplace. Now this is just a general storage room. I've got some speakers and some wood and stuff. The cabinet I've turned into kind of like a little mini workbench. And then I've got my actual workstation over there, where I've got some card kits undergoing. I'll be doing them tomorrow. As you can see, it is late here. See my reflection in the window? It is late here. Yes, it is late here. It's 11:10 at night, but that's what you get for working on Britain's railways. So, the station has been extended. I'm going to show you some other bits now. You may have seen a few glimpses in the video, but I'm going to show you them in a separate clip. So one sec, I will pass on and we'll go up to the churchyard. So my next thing to show you is the churchyard, which we built recently. It's a Metcalfe model kit, just a card kit of the country church. I thought it fitted nicely. I was originally going to put maybe a few more houses in, and I thought, no, this place needs a church. It's the 1940s. They still had a lot of them churches. They still have a lot of churches around today. But I thought that they needed something a bit more communal, so that was the idea. And that old Bachman house back there acts as a vicarage. It fits the style rather nicely. You can see that I've used the Metcalfe pavers here to just fill up that gap between the wall and the road. And there is a slight gap between the boards, but not very noticeable. You can only really see that on camera. In person, it's not really that obvious. Using the scatters as well. I've still got a gap to fill in there. I'm going to put some foliage there to fill that up. That's not a problem. And I'm just going to get a bit higher above without blocking the light to show you that it's got pathwork to the vicarage and to the church, to the gate as well. There should be some gravestones going in there once I get some. Maybe a few little bushes and that. We'll see what happens. Another part of scenery that you may have noticed while I've been flying the camera around is this end of the board, which I've been having a good little bit of a play with. So I've used the scatters here, as well as some clump foliage and other little clump foliage things here, and this lynching stuff that I picked up, which smells really weird, by the way, just to make like a little field on this corner. Now, this was the extension. The extension is about that much there. Yeah, it's about that much there. You can't really make that out. You can see the little notch there. You can't really make that out. So it's hidden it rather well. So the new platform goes in place there. And I have had a bit of a play with some ballast. So this is just a fine grey coarse ballast. It's not the most perfect job in the world. This section was only done as a small tester section to see if I could actually do it. And once again, I turned to the wise men of YouTube to find out how to do this properly. So I will be doing my own ballasting tutorial to find what I worked later on once I get some more sections done and some more practice at it. Because once you build a model railway, everything seems to be a learning game. So we're going to go about there now. I'm going to go have a look at one of my favourite features, which was an experiment, and I think really turned out really well. I built a pond. Yes, I did. I looked at this corner a little while ago, and I thought this needs something here. We've already got the grass and a few bushes down there, which is nice. But putting something else here, it needs something a bit more. Hence, duck pond. Yes, duck pond. Now, this is completely an experiment. I've never done anything like this before. These are stones stolen out of the driveway. This here is realistic water, which is dried like a watery colour. I'm not sure how you can make that. You can see there's a few little scatters mixed in for algae and around here. And obviously the scatters around the edges like this and up to the ballast. The sculpturing of this was made from polyfiller. So what I did is I created the polyfiller shape of the pond, waited for it to dry. I painted it a browny, murky colour so that it looks like water silt. And then I overlaid the realistic water over the top. It's like a resin. Dries clear like water. I'm not sure if you can make out the little shiny bits on the water. I'm not sure if the camera's going to be able to pick that up. Those are water effects, where I just literally squirted some water effects down and dabbed it to make it look a bit like a roof of water. So with fish maybe. Maybe you put a few ducks on here eventually. Something like that. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Like I said, it was a complete experiment. But there you go. It's a little pond with a little tree in the middle. So I might have someone fishing at it. I might have a few ducks on there. It's just on the side of the line. It's a bit close to the railway, I know. But it's just to fill a little gap up. That's all that was for. And for an experiment, and for I've never used these materials before, I'm actually really quite happy with it. So tell me what you think of it, because I kind of like that there. It just gives it something a bit different than trees and bushes all the time. So, as you saw from the last video I did, I've done the roads. I've not done the paving on the roads yet. That's coming in another video. But the roads are now in place on this top board. And over there, I completed some Metcalfe model kits, some terraced backed housing things, shops, whatever you want to call them. Terrace shops. That's going to be a few more down there in the edge. It's going to be like a high street. So we've got a post office, a greengrocers, a pharmacy and a baker's there. There's going to be a couple more. The front card's going to be cut away, so the stones that you can see back there are going to be visible at the front. And here I've decided that I'm going to build a small park area. Maybe some trees. I might put another little baby pond in there. Not too sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I'll show you a video on that later. And then the front of this round here is going to have some retaining walls. So I've got some retaining wall kits just here. Literally waiting to be built. That'll be my job tomorrow to build them. And I'm going to try and do some sort of a tunnel arch here. But I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that with it being 3 tracks. I might do it like a steel girder. I'm going to have a bit of doing some research and see what I can come up with among that. But your main updates are the extension of the station and the actual board. The fact that we have a lovely churchyard now, which completes that greenery section. There's still a few things to touch up, but nothing else really. our wonderful new pond, which I'm really happy with. I'm going to put a few bushes and stuff around there, and that hill behind it does need finishing. That'll be done in the next few weeks. And obviously the ballasting, which once I get some more electronics in, I'm going to be doing the entire railway. However, I want to install point motors and signals before I do any ballasting, so that I know I've got that correct. I don't have to take anything up once that is the case. I don't want to be putting ballast down to pull it back up again. So there we go. That is a view of Hartfilia Railway and the latest update. Sorry it's a little bit of a mess in this room. I have been busy in here. But please stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to be bringing out more videos. Try and get one out every week, maybe every 2 weeks, depending on my work schedule. For those who have just joined the channel, I do work as a train conductor on Britain's Railways. The whole announcement of Great British Railways is going to be interesting to see what happens. So I'm looking forward to how that works with the franchise system that we all know today. But I won't bore you about the politics behind that, because you're here to see a model railway, not the real one. So that's the update video for Hartfilia Railway. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll bring you more videos. And hopefully in the next video, I should have some more of the scenery done. So, until then, I'll see you later. Take care, as we're coming out of lockdown. All the best of health, and I'll see you next time, guys.